my Twitter feed starts blowing up with tennis. So I'm like, oh, but I'll see what's going on. And now I covered the U.S. Open for 3 years for CBS, America's Most Watched Network. So I've been around Flushing Meadows. If you've been around, U.S. Open, U.S. Tennis Center.
Great facility.
Okay. I've been there. And I have never seen a poop show quite like what we saw in the women's finals. Now, look, everybody's seen the video. Everybody's seen it. Serena melted down. There's no other way to put it. Naomi Osaka looked terrific, okay? And she took the first set. And Serena was on her heels. And she was getting beaten. But the second set was a different story. And when she gets nailed a point by the umpire for coaching from the stands. I have seen so much coaching from the stands in my 3 years that I was at the U.S. Open. It was absurd. You could get, it's like holding on every snap in football. It's like clutching and grabbing in every possession of basketball. It happens all the time. And it's not just the coach who's doing it. It's members of the family. It's friends of family. It's coaches of other players who are in the crowd. It's broadcasters who are in the crowd. I'm telling you, I've seen it all. And for this guy to pop Serena for a point in a U.S. Open final, okay, he's doing his job, even though he's sitting up behind his mount on a chair, he's surveying the crowd. By the way, I do that at Staples all the time.
It's very fun.
All right. So he's surveying the crowd, and he's calling Serena for getting coached. And by the way, her coach did say afterwards he was doing that. And let me just make this aside. Why does tennis not allow coaching? I understand that you don't want the coach right there on the court. So what? So what that there's coaching? I mean, what is it?
I don't understand it either.
What's wrong with it? So that said, fine. She gets a point. That's one violation. She goes back and forth with the chair umpire. And she destroys a racket. That's a second violation. I understood that then when she starts abusing the guy verbally, that means it's step 3, which is a full game, even though the game came at the very end and totally threw off the competitive balance of the second set. Now, I've been reading up on this as much as I possibly can, in addition to my own knowledge of having watched tennis and covered it. This chair umpire could have overlooked some of it. He could have said, it's just a point, not a full game. He could have overlooked the coaching. He could have warned at any point in time, as he has done with other people or other men have had done to them. And I understand this is the touchy subject. My Twitter mentions get ugly when I back Serena's play, that because she is a woman, it is a different set of standards. And it is. Roger Federer in 2009 cursed out the chair umpire with 8 fewer Grand Slams in his trophy case as Serena took into the match over the weekend. She called him a thief, and she did try to get him to apologize to her and put the chair umpire in a difficult situation. But the chair umpire's job at that point is like a home plate umpire in baseball. It is like a referee in basketball, to defuse the situation and walk away. He can't walk away because he's sitting in the chair. She's walking away, and as she's walking away, gets popped for a game violation. I've never seen anything like it, and it's horrible. I thought that was dreadful. Now, I know you thought that Serena, do you think Serena
wasn't a good look?
Deserved it? I know she was warned. I get it. She was warned. Then keep warning her. This is the Grand Slam. She's got 23 Grand Slam titles. She should be treated differently. I think so.
I also like when players run hot. It's fun. Sports, especially at this level, are emotional. And she's an emotional athlete. And I have no problem with, showing that, especially in a championship match like
A
this.
game violation. And if he popped her for another point, what are people going to say? Then he didn't follow the rules? That he should have popped her for a full game? Really putting the championship on Osaka's racket? And he also has to think, if I do this, what will people think about that young lady's accomplishments? I'm making this about me because I've been called a thief? Come on.
That's a little much, though.
A
Do
thief?
you think he stole the championship from Serena? She lost the first set 6-2.
No. He didn't steal the championship from Serena. Osaka won it. We're not talking about it because of the way it all wound up. That the undisputed GOAT of tennis is melting down, and she did not have to melt down to the tune that she did because she got popped for a full game. It's the chair umpire's job to defuse the situation, not the 23 Grand Slam winner GOAT to cool off. My take.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.